You know you love me. It's your girl, Meikko Love.
And you already know what it is. It's your girl, D to the J.
And you're back. It's Thursday, y'all. You're listening to Nxperienced Adults right here on IB on Atlanta's Next 100.
Y'all,
it's been a long day. I'm sorry, okay? Let's get in. You want to get into some girl chat? What's up?
Yeah, let's go ahead, chat it up, chit chat.
We got so much like baby mama, side piece.
Baby mama drama.
Girl.
Baby mama,
Side
piece. Just all types
a
of
mess.
bull.
Just a mess.
Just a whole bunch. The ghetto. Ooh, ghetto child.
Okay. So, Michael Blackson. I don't know why anybody is arguing over this man. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't get it.
Motherfucker.
And
Is that how you say it? I can't get jiggy with this shit.
No. You're a fool. Okay, so Michael Blackson and his girlfriend, Rada,
Yes.
and Larissa Hodges, if y'all don't know who that is, that is my girl Boots.
Okay, so whenever I saw this, I didn't know who the women were. Okay, so, but I know that Boots was from
Flavor of Love. Yeah. I feel like the main people knew from Flavor of Love was like Hoops, obviously, because she won. New York, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Boots. I always knew who, like, I always recognized Boots. It's just what's crazy to me is that she's still around. So, anyways, Boots and Michael Blackson's girlfriend, Rada, were kind of subtweeting each other. Not subtweeting, more like throwing shade on Instagram.
Shade.
So, Larissa made a post, and she said, quote, "Join me for the first annual cap in the podcast tonight at 4." That's all irrelevant. She was just pretty much saying, "You look like a clown. You're welcome. You're thirsty. He begs for my and this is a podcast for you. Can't wait to see you all smooches, right?"
Right.
And then his girlfriend responded, just pretty much saying, like, she doesn't understand why people are taking things to heart. Like, her page is just for laughs and jokes, and she was sorry if she offended anybody.
Larissa or Rada, whatever. Rada said, she's sorry if she offended anybody.
Yeah.
But she made a whole, I don't know if you guys saw this video, but she posted it actually on Michael Blackson's Instagram, his story, and was like, she was singing happy birthday, and then she was basically saying bye hoes, like, and she was throwing slick shots at Boots or whatever, right? So,
and then Boots also said, "LMAO, since bitches want to be funny, let's get hilarious. You should have kept it cute, bitch. I'm not the one." No, it's
okay,
period.
But like, this Boots is known for this. Like, her attitude has always been like real saucy, real spicy. Like, if you watch her, I don't know if y'all have like took time out to rewatch Flavor of Love, but during quarantine I was bored, so I watched it, and like, she's always like on go. So I'm not surprised. So she's not the one to try.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever Flavor of Love really came out, like, I was pretty young. So I wasn't supposed to be watching it. But there was a few people who I remember. I don't technically remember Boots, maybe because how she looked now. Mm-hmm. Maybe, if I saw some pictures from the show, and I see what she looked like. Yeah. But you can tell, the type of woman she is. Like, she's, like, after you throw slick shots or shade at her, you can tell that she's kind of like she is on it. Like, she made a whole video. She got on live.
Yeah.
Most women, if they think it's subliminal, they're gonna throw something subliminal back. No, she said what she said, and she meant what she said,
and that's on period. I mean, I don't know. Michael Blackson, like, I don't know. Maybe for Larissa, I won't call her Boots no more. Maybe for Larissa, it's the principle behind it. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, Michael Blackson. Are we serious? This is what is it? Because he got money?
He do. I
mean, he's a comedian. He got he got a little coin, got a little change.
He's a comedian and actor.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure he got money, but not like, oh, he got money.
No, I think he got money.
Oh, well, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not like a huge Michael Blackson fan, especially not to date him.
Yeah.
Because he's funny. Maybe that's the reason why they find him, because he's funny.
I mean, I understand looks aren't everything.
Exactly.
We start there. And obviously, he probably has a very good personality.
Exactly.
But it's just not adding up. Like,
it's not.
It's not, to me, it's not worth nobody, like, exchanging words over. That's just me, but I don't know the man personally. I'm not dating him. I ain't having sex with him. So
yeah, y'all don't know what.
Yeah, he might got the magic stick or something.
Yeah. Little magic
and then
city.
plus he funny, you know.
Right, and who doesn't love somebody that's
makes them laugh?
Right, exactly.
I think that's almost every girl's weakness.
What, funniness?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, a guy has to make me laugh. You can't be boring. Or he has to laugh at my jokes. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that's every girl though.
You don't want a guy who is funny?
I do, but I'm just saying.
So everybody wants somebody funny.
But maybe funny girls who are already funny want somebody that's serious. Not all the time.
I doubt it, because they always cracking jokes, so they might say some messed up stuff, and then they be like, "Oh, he's so serious." I can't say it.
Okay.
So, speaking of, just women and people just going back and forth, let's talk about Summer Walker in London, his baby mama, and his manager. Everybody just in this whole business.
Summer Walker confuses me because I love her music. Like, she's great. Her vocals are great. Well,
they are.
Most of the time, yeah. But, No, she's good. But like, she's just not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Right. And she kind of, to me, just speaks out of her ass like a lot of the time. Like, she contradicted herself with everything that was going on between London, which is her father's child. London on the track. He's a producer, y'all.
Right.
If y'all don't know.
Y'all know that y'all hear that. London on the track.
But like before, she was going back and forth with the baby's mother. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Like because he doesn't spend time with his kids. And now she's in the same predicament. Go figure. I am.
Red flag.
Yeah. No biggie. Like,
Summer, you need to be listening. We was just talking about flags last week now.
We're talking about green flags. London ain't giving no green flags.
Exactly.
At all.
And then you done got pregnant.
You done got pregnant. You stuck. That is 18 plus years. Okay.
Yeah. Trapped.
But pretty much what Summer has said, she posted, celebrities just be posting everything. So I hate feeling like she posted. Yeah. But this is what's going on. She posted, black men got to start doing better when it comes to being a father. My grandfather, lame. My father, lame. And this nigga, lame. And I guess the cycle will just continue. I guess.
And you know why? Because of you.
I mean, not even just because. I mean, but it's like you knew, like you knew because you see him not taking care of his other kids supposedly.
Exactly.
So it's what you think, you gonna have a kid with him and he gonna magically start taking care of kids?
No.
I don't think that. Okay, let me get back to this. She said, still dealing with the shackles of mental slavery or some shit. Back when white men ripped you from your families and beat you to death if you tried to protect them. It goes deep. Shit's really sad.
She's dramatic.
She is really dramatic.
Because the slavery kind of threw me off. Yeah. I mean, I do think the slavery mentality still holds our people back for sure.
Yes.
But I don't know if I just think he might just be an ain't shit guy. Yeah. Summer.
Yeah,
let's just call it that.
I think it's just call a spade,
Right.
I don't understand, like we said earlier, how you thought someone who has done something continuously and then, you think that he's going to like just automatically change. And then this is like the worst time for something to happen to you. Like me personally, I would hate to get pregnant and then everything just hit the fan with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then it's always all these issues with baby mama drama. Like, and you said your daddy lame, your granddaddy lame, and now your child's daddy finna be lame. But you could have stopped that. Protection.
But that's when they, not even just that, that's when they, when people talk about breaking generational curses, that's one of them.
Exactly.
Like, that's more so what she should have been thinking about. Like, she could have, I understand she's a celebrity and like dating can probably be hard, but like we already said, when you see what this dude is doing, like he's not gonna do any different. So with you, so why get pregnant by somebody that's like that? And now your child's dealing with what you had to deal with, like you just said. But it's all, you could have prevented that by not having kids with him.
Exactly.
Or just not being with him, because why are we being with guys who don't take care of their kids? We've already talked about that. I don't agree with that.
Exactly.
You know.
So,
but she tweeted, I'll just take my L. Or she posted that on Twitter. She said, I could really out him, but I'll just take my L.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have a beautiful baby coming out of it, but that's an L, sis.
Yeah, that's especially if y'all don't get back together.
I also applaud people who take their L's respectfully. Instead of, you know, the
at least you
losers.
do.
Yeah.
Because that's way more embarrassing than the whole situation.
That is true.
Yeah.
I get it. So speaking of other love stories.
Lord Jesus.
I am so happy for this. Meikko, you don't sound happy for this. Huh? You don't sound happy for this.
Okay, let's go. What are we happy for?
So, obviously, I don't know if you guys heard, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are dating. Wait.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't happy for that.
Why?
Because A$AP Rocky has made multiple colorist comments about black women. We could really get into that. Okay. And I know Rihanna is gorgeous.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I was fine with her little other boo that she broke up with in January. He was fine. And didn't he have money? I mean, Rihanna got empires, so I know she's not tripping off no money. But I mean, it's cool. They look good together, and I know that they were friends,
right,
before actually being together. But
gotcha.
Okay.
So I haven't seen anything or read anything about A$AP Rocky making any colorist,
Older. It's older.
Oh, okay. So I haven't. But I just like, his fashion sense, and I love Rihanna, and I think they just look good together.
They do. I'm looking at a picture, and very cute.
Yeah, they are really cute.
They are, really but cute. I'm not a huge A$AP Rocky fan. And I was actually talking to somebody about this, and they pointed out that they had a conversation with somebody else, and they said that Rihanna might be A$AP Rocky's beard.
I can agree.
For maybe him,
like you just add a little taste to him.
No, basically. Not that.
You said beard.
Yeah, I said beard because it's alleged that he may be like gay. It's a possibility.
Hold on. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're saying she would be his beard.
Oh, beard. So covering up, keep him in a closet.
Right. Yeah.
I've never heard that before. This is my first time ever hearing that.
I mean,
first time.
No, I'm not saying he is. Listen, I'm not saying that he is. I'm not putting that on that man.
Right.
I'm just saying that was something that was brought up, that possibly Rihanna could be his beard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting take on it.
I didn't know. I did not know that. I learn something new every day. Beard, you guys. That's what that means.
Yes, beard.
So, I mean, but if it is, then, I'd be like, okay, if they really not together,
Like a publicity stunt.
If it's like a publicity stunt, then okay. I mean, because that's
that's
her friend. I mean,
they were friends before. Yeah. I mean, but also, I don't necessarily agree with it because I don't think that he would need it.
Yeah,
I don't think he's the type to really care. Like, I feel like if he was gay, he would just be gay. He would just be A$AP Rocky, right?
And then
he's not that much in the limelight to be like scared about.
Right, and plus, gay is like, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
That's you.
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
So, but that'd be crazy though. I wouldn't be disappointed,
He's fine. He is fine.
He is.
He is fine. Okay.
I wouldn't be disappointed though if he was gay. I mean, he's not like my crush or anything. I just like his fashion sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know. Cool. I like, I love, man, that's my problem, but that was it.
He has this song. He has this song with famous Dex. It's called Pick It Up. And
I know what you're talking about.
In the song, he's like, I'm the prettiest motherfucker alive. And I absolutely love that part. It's like, he's so cute. Like, he's really pretty. He is. He's pretty.
He is pretty. And he has, like, these beautiful teeth.
He does have a beautiful smile.
Beautiful smile. But we gonna talk a whole lot more when we get back. We're going on a little break, and we're going to take some calls, too. So make sure you call in, and you already know what you're listening to, the Inexperienced Adults on ATL's Next 100.
Bye.
I like when y'all do y'all little jig and y'all say,
Yeah, Barbara, it's Richie. Yeah, look, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
To be with my son.
to be with my side piece.
Yeah.
Yes, side piece. I don't have a side piece, but you already know, Pokey do. He love all. But you already know, it's your girl DJ, and you're listening to Inexperienced Adults on ATL's Next 100.
And of course, it's your girl Meikko Love. Okay, so we're feeling good. We're feeling great.
Real good.
And let's talk about Larsa Pippen.
Yes.
And Malik Beasley. Let's talk about that. I've been seeing Larsa Pippen's name so often.
Yeah, and the only reason why I know him because Scottie Pippen, right?
Right, that's her ex,
yeah.
Scottie Pippen, obviously. But I used to see her because she was always around the Kardashians, and so like I would see her around them a lot. But she's kind of just been in the media on her own. So she is allegedly dating Malik Beasley, and he's 24. So her son, Scottie Pippen Jr., is only 20. So she's dating somebody that's 4 years older than her son. Really, really weird. But they were actually doing some flirting on Instagram, and she posted a picture, and she said, "I hold back, sometimes I won't." And he said, "I just want to take you on a date and treat you like a queen, period."
That's not no period.
Well, I mean, okay, well, if he wasn't 4 years older than her child.
They went to high school together.
Or he had a girlfriend.
Right, they were in high school together.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine like coming home and then like
you
somebody's
taking your son, a freshman, and you choosing on one of the seniors.
Yes.
That's
exactly what she
very
did.
good point. Very good point.
Dang.
And she is she's 46. She looks good. I didn't know that she was 46, but yeah, she's 46. So they were spotted out in Miami November 23rd. They were holding masks and they were not holding masks.
COVID-19.
I was saying they were holding hands. I'm sorry. They were holding masks. They were holding hands while they had on their masks. I told you it's a long day. Listen. And they were shopping for food. And that's what they were photographed doing. So I don't know.
They were shopping for food?
Yeah, they were shopping for food.
I thought they were in the airport.
U.S. people said they were shopping for food. They shopped as they picked up food.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So maybe they've been spotted multiple times, but that was
Gotcha.
one of the.
They're just all over the place.
They just all over, just showing they love.
Yeah,
and
right.
He's 4 years older than her kid.
Right.
I mean, is it an issue?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he has a girlfriend.
He does have a girlfriend.
Yes.
He does.
No, I'm sorry. Correct myself. He has a wife.
Oh, okay.
He has a wife, right? You have a wife, and I'm pretty sure your wife doesn't know that you're out here holding hands with this woman.
Well, she knows now.
Yeah. Well, actually, she said that, she doesn't even know this man. Her word, she said, "Wow, I don't even know this man. This is wild, y'all. I'm seeing this for the first time just like y'all." And she's a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl.
Now she out here ruining home wrecking. What's going on? Larsa Pippen.
Oh, I thought you meant his wife.
No, not his wife.
Yeah, so his wife's name is Montana Yao or something like that. Yao.
I'm
not sure, but she's a beautiful girl. She also said, "I've always and will forever remain true to who I am, and God has never let me down. The truth always comes out one way or another. I appreciate all the love, y'all, for real." But my thing is, he knew what he was. Okay, so how I know there's no possible way that this is just a friendship. Why would you go back on an old Instagram post and say, "Oh, I'm just trying to take you out and be, treat you like a queen"?
As a married man.
As a married man.
Only 24. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that it's obvious, a lot of people that are young just are retarded. And Larsa actually posted the next day. She said, "Don't always trust what you see on social media. Even salt looks like sugar." I hate when they come back with their stupid ass, like, even salt looks like sugar. Like, now you know.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know what you're doing.
Go sit your stupid ass back in your seat. But yeah, girl, Salt looks like sugar, and you look like he was hoeing with a married man.
Mm-hmm. And he was hoeing too, because he married with somebody else. Why you out with another woman that ain't your mama?
Yes. So Montana has already, she's intending on filing for divorce. But let's also, once he got caught with Pippen, Larissa, whatever her name is.
What is her name? I say Larsa.
Larsa?
It's kind of like weird to pronounce. I just say Larsa. I'm sorry, girl, if I got your name wrong.
Right.
It looks like Larsa. It's Larsa.
Whatever your name is. Larsa. After he got caught with Larsa, he also, the second woman came out who he was allegedly creeping with as well, says that she also found out that he was with Larsa Pippen on social media. So they even, gave screenshots of like their messages of, what she was saying. Let's see. Okay, so he was in her DMs. Obviously,
Child,
that's how it always goes down in the DMs, like Gotti say. Yeah. So he said, "What's good, mama? I need you. Hit me back when you see this." And then he double text. What? You can tell. Okay, this is not good. Same day, and he said, "I know you seen this. Why is you chasing after this coochie so hard? Well, you got a woman."
See, what's so embarrassing, I would have to divorce him. Because what's embarrassing is you really out here thirsting. Like, you're being ignored.
Exactly.
She's ignoring you.
And you not like, alone, though.
He like, of course not.
But in the beginning,
he was being ignored, though. And he's kind of like, hey, big head. Like, he doing one of those.
Yeah,
like I don't like that.
Right. It could at least be a woman that came on to you first.
Right, like, don't be
you
thirsty.
Was chasing. You was chasing. So
send him back to the streets.
So she was like, so this is their messages. She said, it's just me. I guess, who was around or whatever. She was like, it's just me. Do you want me to bring my friend? It's just one. And then he was like,
bringing friends?
Bringing friends. Okay, so he was like, unless she ready, LOL, nah, because you about to be with me, you need daddy. And she was like, I want it now.
Meow.
With extra W's. And she said, and no, I'm not fucking her with you. You're mine. Send me an Uber or I'm going home. Sending it now.
Oh, hell no.
So then he was being thirsty on Instagram again. And he was like, I'm crazy for you. Come out, waiting for you still. I'll meet you at the house. I'm outside, Alina. That's her name. And then I guess he was supposed to send her some money too. He said that he was sending it today.
And they always be sending money. Like, why are you sending money too? Like, you can't just be thirsty. You got to send them my money.
Sending money and sending them flight.
What is going on?
This is girl number 2?
This is girl number 2.
So there's 3 girls in total.
In total.
There's 3.
Actually,
she's 3.
Oh, so there's 4.
No, she's not girl number 3.
One is the wife, isn't it?
The wife, Larsa, and this girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's too many.
And then also screenshots of messages. Girl, they didn't caught the bed. How the bed looked after they got done.
Who got the bed? She took that picture and sent it in.
Stop playing. That's why I'm trying to figure out where this stuff be coming from.
Right, like where'd the bed come from?
Where the screenshots come
Not
from?
they got the bed the next day after.
Screenshots from her. And then he also sent her a long ass email. I'm not gonna read it though, but it just starts as, sorry it took so long to actually send this message. I wanted to make sure everything was worded right. Look, I'm going to tell you the truth. My baby mama is in my life and we have love through the fact that we have a son.
That's the wife?
Stop it.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if he got any
Not him
kids.
calling his wife his baby mama.
He said,
So
she is the mother of my child and I will always reselect her and put her first because if I die, reselect her.
Okay.
That is, divorce.
Yeah. Don't try to stick up for people on Twitter when they start dragging men. Some of y'all make that look terrible.
Like terrible.
You could have worded that different and went out the best way, but
reselect her.
Yeah.
Reselect her. And let me tell you why he said he was going to reselect her. Because if he die, she's going to be the only one watching him. Probably the same with you. If me and you had a little Alina Nigga, don't add no babies in my life.
He's just, I can't, like, we good on that. Cause that's just too much. Like you're so disrespectful. Being so disrespectful. So I feel so bad for his wife. Cause imagine seeing that. You don't feel bad for his wife?
No.
I
mean, I don't want that to happen to her, but I don't feel bad because I'm happy it happened because she needs to see this.
Yeah,
Just like you said, God is gonna show you the truth, and it's a good thing you saw it now. Instead of looking like a fool later, you look like a fool now. Take that L respectfully. Like who said? What'd you say, Quinn?
Take your L respectfully.
Period.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all. No, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I understand. Okay. Take your L respectfully, I guess, but it's heartbreaking. I feel like that has to be heartbreaking to find out that your husband. It's not like she's just dating him, like husband, kids. You find out that he messing with Larsa out of all people. That girl been in the media with this, that, and the third, Future, and whoever else.
Right.
And you messing with her. And then you got another girl coming out. Like, that's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. But, girl, don't feel embarrassed because it ain't you. It's him.
See, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, I can't say I feel bad for her. Like, I don't like that it happened to her. Let me make that clear. I don't want that. I don't like that it happened. But, you know, it is.
All I'm thinking of is women always can win in court when the man has had infidelities.
That is true.
And he's in the media.
And let's think about this.
And they have kids.
Exactly.
And she's probably the one staying at home with the kids because he's in the NBA.
Exactly.
So she wins. She ultimately will win.
Yeah, she ultimately will
But,
win.
like, just having to go through all that's embarrassing as a woman.
It is. Just finding out you got cheated on is embarrassing in general because it's like, dang, you know, you trusted that person and then you get exposed through the internet. This will always be on here, no matter what. Somebody got a screenshot of it. It's always gonna be there, and then you know the kids got to deal with that. Like, and then guess what? They haven't even been married for that long.
Of course not. He's only 24.
He's only 24. She gotta be close to around that age.
Yeah. So they've like maybe been married for like a year or something. So my thing is, if you wanted to cheat that bad, you shouldn't even got into a marriage. Y'all, my issue with men, y'all really need to grow some balls. Like, if you don't want to be in a relationship, if you don't want to be married, make that clear. Don't be scared to hurt her feelings because you gonna mess up something in the future.
Right.
Like,
yeah, for
say
sure.
what you gotta say. Mean what you say.
Okay. Filth.
Nasty.
I like them nasty. You can let us know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get nasty. And let's talk about how this mother of a mom suspected of locking her son up for 28 years in Sweden.
That is a long time.
28 years. Okay.
And it's your son. Okay, give us the details. What's going on?
Okay, so police in Stockholm are investigating a woman in her 70s suspected of having kept her son locked up, reportedly for 28 years. In an apartment south of Sweden capital. Investigators said Tuesday. Prosecutor Emma Olsen, who heads the preliminary investigation, said the woman who was held on suspicion of the unlawful deprivation my bad, y'all. Deprivation of liberty and grievous bodily harm. She said that the 41-year-old son was found by a relative who then alerted the authorities. The woman has denied wrongdoing. Olsen said, adding that the son was admitted to the hospital to be treated for physical injuries that he had, such as found. The Swedish newspaper Expressen said that the man was found on Sunday by a relative, obviously, an elderly woman that had been admitted to the hospital. The relative went to the flat, which is like an apartment, and found the main door unlocked and entered it. The relative, who was identified, told the Daily that there was urine, dirt, and dust all over the place, and it smelled rotten. She heard a noise from the kitchen and found the man sitting on blankets and pillows. According to the relative's account in the newspaper, he had no teeth and had sores on his legs, and his speech was slurred. So That means he's probably been in there for 28 years or just for a long time because he don't have any teeth.
Right. And sores on his body.
Yeah.
I mean, they said that he was 41 years old. That, and there's been a lot of cases, few and far in between, but there's been a good amount of cases where parents are keeping their children, like, locked up. And that is the sickest shit I probably.
It's a Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, what's the reason? Not that I really care. Like, lock the lady up 70 years or not. Like, she needs to go under the prison, not in it, under.
Okay.
But like, what would be the reason to why you would feel the need to lock your child up for that long? And sometimes I think those parents are crazy, obviously, and that child might do something that they don't like. It could be the dumbest thing, like leave the toothpaste off the toothpaste cap off of the toothpaste, and they're locked up, and then they just end up leaving them. Like, I've heard so many stories, even going back to when I was in high school. Like, my psychology teacher used to tell us about, like, these type of stories, and they're so insane, but they're so common.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. Because if you don't want your kid, then why you gonna lock them up with you? Like, give them away if that's the case.
Crazier than these people who are murderers and serial killers. Like, you wanted to keep them alive and let them suffer.
Yeah.
What I mean?
She probably pulled
that's
all
a different
of his
type of
teeth
hate. Yeah, like.
And then, like,
are you beating him?
There was urine, dirt, and dust, so he can't even go to the bathroom.
He's sitting in it.
Right, he's sitting in urine. He probably has multiple infections. He's probably so sick, so, like, he doesn't have food. What's that word again? I can't remember it. No, it's not. Your deprivation, of course, but there's another word. I just can't think of it.
What are you trying to?
Like, he doesn't have malnourished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Malnourished, like, and he's 41. So even though it seems crazy, because when you said 41 years old, the first thing in my head was, well, why couldn't he fight his way out? But he is weak.
Right.
He's been locked up for 28 years, reportedly.
Right. And my question is, why is his relative just now finding you? I'm pretty sure. That was luck. Because, we've seen, like, different things happen in the U.S. with girls being kidnapped and then, them being your next door neighbors. And you wouldn't even know.
Right.
So I guess I can understand why the aunt is just now seeing him. But I know, like, he was just like, somebody finally, see me.
What's crazy is, though, I'm assuming her family, you have to have a baby. You have to be pregnant.
Right. So
obviously they knew that she was pregnant unless she's one of those people that, like, hid the pregnancy, had the baby, like, nobody knew about it, like that. Now that's like a whole other level of crazy.
That means you was planning this thing out
from birth, right? Yeah.
So hold on, let me see. Okay, so 41 minus 28 years is how long he was locked up. So since he was 13.
So for 13 years, he wasn't locked up. Like, I'm going to assume. Yeah, for 13
assume
years.
that he wasn't locked up.
So did they not have family over? Like, now I feel like everybody has to be questioned.
Right.
Because did they not have family over? Did they not have, like, barbecues? I don't know what they do in Sweden. But did they not have, like, family gatherings where this boy was once around and then all of a sudden he wasn't?
And then if she tried to hide the pregnancy, well, she could just say that she gave it up for adoption. And she really didn't.
Yeah.
She just locked it up.
But you gotta 13, keep it, though.
Right. But you gotta, take care of it to keep it alive until 13 to make it suffer another 28.
Had to take care of him to keep him alive till 41.
That is true. Like,
so she was probably giving him little amounts to not
die.
She was feeding. She wanted him to stay alive. She's crazy. Sociopath, psychopath.
She is crazy.
That is her son. Like,
you gonna lock him up? And when he was 13, I can only imagine.
What was he doing? Like,
at 13, yeah.
Like, what made you really want to do that?
What crime did he commit to be locked up for 30 years? 28 years.
Yeah, and then you 13, you ain't really got to live yet or anything.
We never even seen the iPhone.
Yeah.
That's so sad. And now he's 41.
He probably doesn't even know. Obviously he doesn't even know what the world is like. Like, imagine being locked up for that long. It's almost like you're in prison, being locked up for that long, and then all of a sudden now you're free. It's like, I feel like those people will have a hard time, or him specifically will have a hard time adjusting to the world because, like, now you have to get used to, like, cars, and, like, he doesn't know how to drive, and
he doesn't know much because he was 13 when he got. Just imagine what your education is.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, no education.
Let's put this in perspective. He's been locked in there longer than we've been alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
28 years. Yeah.
So y'all, we got somebody calling. Let's see what they got to say, y'all.
All right.
You have an incoming call. Press 1 to accept this call or 2 connecting.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Hey! How are you doing?
Oh.
Okay.
Hi. We got family calling. Hey,
family. So, period. Okay, so cousin, you've been listening. So, like, what you got to tell us? What do you want to say to us?
Well, no, I just joined. I haven't been listening. I know. I just got off work.
Gotcha.
Catch me up, though.
Okay. So, we have just been, having our, normal girl chat. And now we're on Phil.
Yep.
But we're going to give you a call back because we got somebody coming in. But thank you for listening, yo. All righty. You stay safe out there. Bye.
Okay, we getting callers. I like
Yeah.
We're gonna call it, y'all. What? Okay. Hey. All right. Listen. Let's get back to what we were talking about.
Yes.
Phil. Actually, let's not do that. We're going to take a quick break, and once we come back, we're going to be talking about Mr. Casanova going to jail, okay?
Casanova.
You guys stay tuned, stay locked in. You're listening to Inexperienced Adults right here on ATL's Next 100.
All right.
Ain't that wrong with it? I don't wanna give you the wrong impression. I need love and affection. And I hope I'm not sounding too desperate. I need love and affection. Love and affection. I need love and affection. And I hope I'm not sounding too desperate. I need love and affection. Love and affection. I need love and affection. And I hope I'm not sounding too desperate. I need love and affection. You need to let her know. I can work miracles. I work your physical. And when I love you close, you can feel my heart beating on my clothes. Future. I don't wanna give you the wrong impression. I need love and affection. And I hope I'm not sounding too desperate. I need love and affection. Love, love and affection. Love, L-O-V and affection.
For hip hop and R&B. Number one station for hip hop and R&B.
You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100.
What up? What up? You're back. Hey, you're back. No, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Meikko Love, and you are back with Inexperienced Adults right here on Atlanta's Next 100.
Yes.
Okay, so if y'all haven't been tuned in and y'all are just tuned in, I don't know what y'all was doing because y'all late, but welcome. Hello, how are you? We were just talking about a woman who is suspected of having her kid locked up for 28 years. Her son, this is in Sweden, and her son is now 41 years old. Mm-hmm. But now we're going to talk about Mr. Casanova. He's going. Casanova. I know, that's what came to my head first.
And it's kind of funny because that song is like an R&B like pop group, and then he's like a hardcore rap guy.
Yeah, like two different people. So the Brooklyn-based rapper, this is from NY Daily News, everybody. The Brooklyn-based rapper Casanova surrendered himself to authorities Wednesday night after he was named in a sweeping indictment of the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang earlier this week. His real name is Coswell Sr. He is 34 years old, and he is facing racketeering conspiracy, firearm possession, and conspiracy to distribute controlled substances as a part of an indictment unsealed in Manhattan federal court Tuesday. The other...
Damn,
yeah.
the Rico?
Yeah.
Jeez.
The other 17 suspects in the indictment were already in custody.
Right. He's looking at life in prison. If convicted, yes, he is handsome. For sure. He's gonna be real handsome in jail. Anyway, so convicted with a mandatory minimum of 10 years for allegedly, like she said, but specifically of tracking crack cocaine and cocaine and marijuana in and around New York City. So he got like a whole base, like he got caught with like not a drug pen, like because he's not that big,
right?
But you know,
pretty much like a drug bust.
Oh yes,
yeah.
But did you hear how he got caught though?
I did not.
So I want to say either his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend.
Okay,
I'm not sure. She told her friend.
So we have an op on our hands, people.
Yes, so we got an op. We got a snitch. Snitch alert. So yes, she. So basically, someone who he told, and then they told, snitched on him.
On him.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me read what exactly was said. So it says, "Can't trust a soul, not even your best friend." The woman who told on Casanova is his baby mama. My bad. His baby mama's best friend. They didn't know she told until the feds announced the charges. And they were just saying that they won't post the video because it's an open case. And
well, they just told who told. So, like,
exactly,
that's not going to be hard to find out.
And then his girlfriend or wife, whoever he's currently with, was like, basically saying, stay out my business. And that he is, he's not guilty. Something until proven guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. But he's probably guilty. So it's like that's how I don't know how he gonna
get out of it.
I don't know how he would get out of that one. That's a lot, And then plus they didn't caught the other 16. So now you gotta
17.
Mm-hmm. So now you gotta hope that 17 people really ride for you and they ain't gonna tell nothing else, you know.
And that's hard to hope for.
Who said that? Dirk, they get them numbers and then they get like whatever. The point is that they might snitch, and I hope they don't, you know, because life in prison, damn.
Well, it was 10 years, wasn't it? It was only 10 years in prison.
No, he's looking at life at prison, but like the minimum is 10 years.
Dang.
I don't think he's gonna do life.
Do celebrities ever do life?
No, they can afford not to do that. You know what I mean? Like, they lawyers gonna chop that down, but he definitely going to jail.
Yeah,
you know, but they like to make an example out of black people every time they can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's that he got
unfortunate.
Caught.
Yeah. I hate that he got caught. No,
be safe about that.
Be smart, okay?
Right.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate, but I mean,
I'm not like a Casanova fan, but it was just like, dang, that's like a serious thing.
Yeah, no, definitely serious.
I'm not a big Casanova fan either, but you know, I root for everybody black. So
right.
This is an L we got to take as a group.
Dang, we got a lot of L's this week. Everybody taking L's this week.
A lot of L's this year, but we'll let it go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. Yes, so Casanova, I hope you get them years knocked down, buddy. I mean, I know you're going to jail, but I just,
you know, just start lifting weights and get even more fine. Get some tattoos, read up a book, get a degree. You know, people get degrees in college. I mean, in jail.
Yeah.
Get your law degree in there.
Yeah. And get yourself out.
Yeah.
Right.
Boom.
Somebody did that.
I mean, there's people that have, you know, done their own stuff after, like, becoming a lawyer in jail and
really
helped their cases.
Oh, okay.
Or made them worse.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
But not exactly on topic with Casanova, but there's another rapper, G Herbo, who is, you know.
Stop! I seen that.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Possible charges. of, you know, whatever he did. I think it was he used stolen IDs in Jamaica.
He was scamming y'all.
Yeah, I'll, you know, put in my 2 cents because I was really on this one. You know, I ain't never did the little segment, but let's go. Now, G Herbo was indicted yesterday in the state of Massachusetts for racketeering as well, and along with some other charges that include fraud and identity theft in Jamaica. I don't know how he was indicted in Massachusetts, but you know.
He so what he did was he is accused of using stolen IDs to charge more than $1 million for private jets. Herb, what is you doing? What are you doing?
Identity theft, fraud.
What is going on? Not you scamming and you got money?
Oh no, that's another thing that I want to say. For you men who want to be rappers, I bet y'all think, oh, this shit's sweet. It's not. Most of that stuff is rented.
Yeah, no,
like
true.
if you be like, let's be real, the most of the stuff is rented. And then if they really got money, like they flex they do with the jewelry, like if it is real, then why are they doing fraud and identity theft? You know what I'm saying? Like if you are really, you know, financially stable or bringing in coins, then why would you need to do that?
I mean,
you don't see Lil Baby doing no shit like that.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. I wouldn't assume, but I wouldn't assume that Herb was doing it either. So
I wouldn't either, but I wouldn't.
I don't think Lil Baby would be doing it, but
you know, it's like an association clause. He might have got caught when it might have been his friend. You know
that is
true. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, guilty by yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just automatically think of his son. I just think his son's so cute. Your son, oh, he's so cute.
I really hope he doesn't go to jail.
Yeah.
I really. That's what I was thinking too, Quinton. That I was hoping that it was just somebody who he was associated with and not exactly him. You know, so maybe, you know, that some things could be like change or whatever. Because I mean, I'm not a huge G Herbo fan, but I listen to G Herbo, and I don't like, you know, men being teared away from their families. You know, so
he came to Graham for Springfest, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah,
She wasn't feeling it, y'all.
What you mean?
You wasn't feeling it?
No, I was. I'm sorry. I was doing something. But no, I was in it. Like, we have a lot of people from Chicago actually that go to Grambling. So of course they were like in the front. But I knew a couple songs. I was, you know, throwing them in. Yeah, like I was in there. I knew what I was talking about.
You know, like swimwear.
Yeah, like I had that. So let's hop off of that because another black man has been assaulted by the police, but this time it's in France.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? I don't hear too much about France, but I guess I wouldn't because I live in America.
They say we all narcissists. So.
Yeah, no, like they take us as a joke. Like I've been to France and like I've seen like the posts. This was when like Donald Trump was becoming president, and like we're a joke to them. We're a joke to everybody, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they can't really beat us in anything.
Well, not the French, no.
The only people we worry about is the Chinese.
Yeah, that's the only ones. So 4 police in France were charged after being filmed violently beating a black man.
4?
I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. It might be Michael. It might be Mitchell. It's Michel Zelker, Zecler. Hid in his music studio to avoid a fine for not wearing a mask. He says police followed, then beat and racially abused him for over 10 minutes. Prosecutors claim they acted out of panic. Now, COVID...
Panic for a mask.
Out of COVID?
Y'all beat him and y'all was scared about COVID?
Exactly.
Right.
Y'all was touching him.
Exactly.
Right. Whereas they could have just told him to put on a mask. You know,
right.
The simple thing to do. So now France's government is backing a new security law to effectively ban publishing images or video of police. They say that it attacks press freedom and silences people. The critics are saying that it attacks press freedom and silences people reporting on police brutality, especially against Black and Arab men, who are 20 times more likely to be stopped. In France.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
That's
yeah, so France's government dropped plans to block sharing of video photos of police after protests, and critics, same thing, that it just stops them from getting their justice.
Right.
So
it most definitely does. So now they're going to make a law that if someone does get caught doing the wrong thing, that
you can't record it.
You can't record it.
So now people are just being, not just people, Black and Arab men who are 20 times more likely, let's not forget that main factor. 20 times more likely to be stopped. It just means that the cases that will not be open but should be will go up. Because but they won't. Because nobody can record it. Nobody can see what's actually happening.
Exactly. And that us being able to record what's going on here is what helped us a lot, because if we didn't have these phones, these people would get away with a lot of stuff. And
as sad as it is, it barely even helps us, because they still get away with it even with proof.
Right.
They're still getting free from murder charges and everything else, or doing probation, or losing their job barely. And they always have paid leave, so let's not forget that.
Yes.
So the fact that phones that law will take them away is just sick. It's just sick. This world is just so sick.
Yes, and the fact that even though they do get off, most of the time, these assholes in the U.S.
Yeah.
But it still allows certain people to not be blind or ignorant to what's actually going on, unlike how things will be in France. Because
if this law is passed.
I really do hope that it's not. But now it's going to be hey, that's silencing them in a way. You could really go kill them and they couldn't do nothing. If they recorded it, nobody would know.
Or it wouldn't matter.
Right. You're basically silencing.
Is this the beginning of another rebellion? With this, with the people, don't you think the people would start to rebel back against that?
I think so.
Because France don't play. They be burning buildings down, everything.
Yeah.
They do not
active.
play.
That's
they
what I
real
said.
active.
When we were going through our protests, they started protesting over there just to support us over here. I was like, okay, I like y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They started burning buildings down. I was
they don't play.
You know what I'm saying? The folks over there is the folks we mad at anyway.
Right.
Well, I mean, but then at the same time, maybe now, since this is coming out, because we don't hear a lot about France, maybe they've been doing the same thing and they decided, okay, this is a good time to make it aware here as well. Even though we're supporting people in the U.S., Black people in London, and Arabs in London as well.
France.
I'm sorry. My bad, y'all.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday though. But look, y'all, you already know who you're listening to, the Inexperienced Adults, and you're listening to ATL's Next 100. See you later.
Bye.
Honorable C note.
It just can't be what it can't be, cause it's simply what I said is. Bust it out the vacuum seal, you smell this shit in Fayetteville. Black Jaguar, no Jacksonville, I don't even know what year it is. He done got his taco, now his ground beef on the steering wheel. Coaching now, my niggas ballin', you can't peep what play it is. They so full of dope, they probably don't even know what that is. I rock the middleman, he probably don't even know who it is. Judging on my prize, I told Big Five, this ain't no fire drill. Ballin' like the Final Four, got more devils than Duke in them. Ain't no me mugging, no shoulder shrug and see him shoot at you. Nigga took down one my guy, so I want at least two of them. So a lot of niggas still play both sides, that's why Gucci through it. Go them 762 shoot at him, don't play with Wawa Poo with him. 413 we ripped that murder gang, just ask for Google them. Don't talk to me about your arse unless you came from shooting at them. I'm clutching my bump stock in the drop top, we bumping who is him. Pop a perk, now I'm geeked up. Guess this how them nerds feel. Pat my nigga a new chopper, let's work on your third kill. Before we pull off circle, the block, see how far my serve is. It's 6K for a paint a walk if you want your serve with the seal. Show. Keep that Draco in my loud screen TTB, we trying to blow. New Cartier here with the Cuban link, had to switch out the rope. 500 shots up in this bitch, if you play, we gon' do the most. 2 baby chops hit in my coat, bitch, I'm having power like ghosts. AK with the machete, so it gon' open up your belly, but no, you did not catch the body, why you won't take credit for it? All my niggas chopper game, but different set like Teletubbies. Number convicts in the studio, I'm with my fellow buddies. Throwback Percocets and pour a walk, we call that powered up. Put 4 hoes up in that big boy bag, call him a Audi truck. Get shot up in your face for cursing, nigga, better not shout at us. Better know you chasing death, talking about you coming out to us. They say 30, you done lost it, pulled up in the water bottle. Strapped up with a judge on me, I got the biggest revolver. Heard my knew I was a problem, popped out with that problem solver. I got killers on payroll and they gon' kill you about that dollar. Play with us, we gon' get active, handle that. I sent Scar deep on the flap at 30 bleed, he get the sack. Pool let the whole Honda go, so I call him Will Chamberlain. I throw that bone just like Brady, big wall like Bill Belichick. 20 in this FNF, shoot like the rim, my arms extend. Don't start no conversation about Meikko, boy, your life will end. I would never play with no man, I shoot first, ask questions later. Diamond on me, frozen nigga, why you think they call me Glacier? I smoke backwood back to back, I get high like a Snoop or something. Mama said I need to stop pretty soon, I'ma need a long. It's the new 1017, we banging like NWA. I for whole like Easy E, I got the curl without the A's. It's the way that I was raised, you break the rules, I gotta spin. To the 10 commandments, we at 111 doing me. I know your hoe wanna fuck because she see the Cuban links. When I stuff your throat with dick, you better look at me, don't blink. Nigga, when you hear about it, don't come ask me, ask your hoe. Bitches go to gang and I get gutter, you know I bang foes. When it come to getting money, they know that I get aggressive. Think about this and me, think again, boy, might well get the structure.
Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Don't get it twisted.
What it is, what it do. You're back with Inexperienced Adults right here on ATL's Next 100.
And it's your girl DJ. You already know.
Yeah.
You know who it is. You already know who it is. So let's go ahead and continue to get nasty, get filthy. And let's, like you said, well, not like we said. We were discussing, if you guys missed it, France, you know, they are going to make new laws where people cannot record anything with the police, I'm assuming. Yes, just anything with the police, right? Or just
any crimes.
Crimes.
It doesn't say specifically, but obviously I'm assuming it would be the crimes.
Right. Okay. So, yes, and it was because a black man was beaten by
4 police officers in France. Yes.
4 police for 10 minutes because he didn't have a mask on. Mm-hmm. A mask. But I wonder, do they beat these same white people who don't wear a mask? Because I know there's people out there. Quinn said it.
Not in America.
Not in America. Shit, probably not over there either.
Yeah, and like you said, people have probably been dealing with this, and the same time we were kind of the same time we kind of had our outcry and our protests and our rioting, they probably felt like that was a good time for them as well.
Exactly.
But they was burning down buildings, and I'm not gonna say America take notes, but
I mean, they set some fires.
somebody take a note.
I will. America take notes. Burn it down.
Quinton said it, okay. But I want to actually talk about True Kitchen out in Dallas. Have y'all seen the video of the man? There's a man, he owns True Kitchen. He's a black man. Kind of telling his customers
not to twerk. They were playing
twerk music, y'all. Now, what's crazy to me is y'all know black people love to dance. Like,
exactly.
I remember my cheer coach used to tell my mom, like, she's always moving around. Like, I don't sit down. I always be dancing. That's what black people do. Like, you hear some music, you hear a good beat, you gonna want to move.
Exactly.
Now, the woman was standing on the furniture. So I get the issue with that.
Right.
Standing on furniture. But he was pretty much saying, like,
don't be
if you gonna twerk, don't shake your ass in here. If you have a problem with it, you can get out. Like, he was really talking down on his customers. And with me, at least, that's where my problem lies.
Right.
Because you can respectfully give a message.
Exactly.
He was pretty much saying as well, like, this is for the culture. I got this restaurant for our people so we can have something nice to do or somewhere nice to go.
1 second before you continue your thought.
Okay.
You created it so we can have somewhere nice to go. So does that mean that because it's nice, that means we can't dance? Are you saying that we don't have anything nice already? Because how we enjoy ourselves?
But why does twerking have a bad connotation to it? And there were comments like, oh, white people don't do this, y'all,
because they can't fucking dance.
No. Let's be for real. I watch Housewives, okay, and a lot of them wouldn't be white, and a lot of them be in bars and dancing on tables.
They do that.
Like, let's not get it twisted. Just because you may not see it as often, or because there's some confusion with white people are always acting like saints and black people just don't know how to act. Y'all have to get out of that mentality, because that's far from the truth.
Exactly. Since
everybody get a little bit of liquor in them and we all acting the same, okay?
Exactly. And if you want me to be honest, now since you mentioned it, Meikko, every time when I think of a drunk white girl, I think of that, like even in the movies.
They may not know what they're doing, but they gonna be dancing.
But the thing is, everybody be celebrating them, like, oh my gosh, two
shaking
girls on the bar, showing their boobs,
right,
flashing.
Like I said, I understand standing on furniture. Right. That's a little different, but at the same time, it's like, is she supposed to get out of her booth and start twerking? Because then it would have been a bigger issue.
Exactly.
So
I think that he should have just said whatever he had to say to that group,
to that table. Yeah,
he shouldn't have to yell.
It wasn't supposed to be generalized to the whole black community.
Right. Exactly.
Second off, if you did your restaurant for black culture, then
you should be okay with it.
You can't discredit certain pieces of black culture and overcredit other pieces. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, what are you trying to say? That stuff is ghetto or whatever?
Exactly. And it's like, why is that put with, I think the word would be synonymous. Why is that synonymous with being ghetto or just being a black thing? Like, why?
Yeah.
Everybody be twerking, whether you can move. The only difference is majority of black women have ass. That's the only difference. And it be moving. That's it.
And then also, if you think about, I don't think people view, like, when African women dance or, Latino
oh my God, I love when African women dance. I'm sorry. I used to work with African women.
Like,
I love when they
have
dance.
That scarf tied around. They be, popping, locking, whining, grinding at the same time.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's still a form of twerking, but it's glorified in that way. But then,
it's only bad when African American people do it. African American women.
Yeah, I think that's the way it is.
I wish I would stop disliking black women so much.
And my whole thing about True Kitchen is, okay, if the twerking was such a big deal for you that you thought it was ghetto, then I don't think the black owner of the restaurant coming outside to cuss out the customers is very professional or very upper echelon, very sedity.
Right, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, talk about it.
Because come on now, they always try to put the narrative on the angry black man.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And you play right into their hands right there.
Right,
against your own people.
And at the same time, you have a DJ. I don't know what brunch y'all be at, but brunches in Georgia that I've seen, oh my God, like it be packed. They be dancing, they be twerking, they be drinking.
Drunk, and it's the broad daylight.
Yep.
Exactly.
Every Saturday and Sunday.
Every
Multiple
time.
locations around the city. Like,
Right.
So, I'm not trying to go to a brunch where you just got to sit down and be all proper. That's boring.
Exactly.
That's
I saw that it was brunch, but if you really want that type of feel of a restaurant, then maybe you should just be playing classical music.
Or maybe you should go in the area that you feel will give you that, since that's what you think.
And I don't know if you guys caught on Twitter the girl who made, or on TikTok, the girl who made the parody video for the True Kitchen Worker.
I didn't see
it.
She
was like, she was dressed in, she put on a little apron to act like a server, but she was basically saying, like the way she was talking, her dialect and everything was real kind of like ratchet on purpose, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And then they was like, yeah, we got a DJ, but the songs we was gonna play are all twerk music songs, but you can't twerk, you can't dance at all.
Right, don't
be
bob your head.
Sit there and eat.
Honestly.
And then like they're serving
catfish nuggets,
not only catfish, no, not even that.
Not finger foods,
not even that. They serving Douce bottles, like pina coladas in a Douce, like come on,
serious?
in a Douce. If you've seen a Douce bottle, listen. If you even drank Douce, if you've even drank Douce, that stuff gets you messed up.
Right.
So what do you expect people to do? Get drunk, start feeling themselves. They at brunch, they looking cute. Might see a couple guys,
Right.
They just sit there.
Or they just with their girls and they just feeling the music. Like you probably, if I swear, you put on Juvenile, back that ass up.
That's a classic.
Everybody gonna back that ass up.
That is a black classic. Like, what do you want from us? Like, why can't we just be ourselves without there being some type of like stigma on it, like, oh, it's so ghetto and they don't know how to act? Why can't we just be ourselves? Black people like to dance. We got rhythm, we got booty, we got hair down to our booty. Okay, like
black people are the only people who live their life in real life, and still get reviewed by every other race. Like, y'all shouldn't have did that. Oh, we didn't like that. Oh,
that's a good point.
We're the only people who live with reviews. Us as black people, we don't care about what y'all doing. I promise.
That is so funny. Now since you bring that to my attention,
black people mind their own business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we be in other black people. We be in other black people business.
Just because in this day and age, all black people represent all black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be in your business because now you're making me look bad as a black person. Like, oh, now it's every black person does whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to look out for my folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But nah.
I get it.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you guys what True Kitchen posted themselves.
Okay.
It's kind of long, so I always tell y'all, bear with me. Right. Guests were asked to leave True tonight because of standing and twerking on furniture. Multiple conversations were had in advance. We don't see this as... Okay, hold on. We don't see this at white establishments, and families who dine at True want to enjoy music and food without seeing this behavior here. Our response to those who don't respect our efforts to create a nice concept for people of color will be firm and direct. To date, we've employed 70 plus people of color, supported numerous charities and black-owned businesses. We will not let our cause be deterred or diminished by those who come to True with no regards for our efforts. We are imperfect as a business, but will continue to grow and improve in our 4th month with guests who respect our cause and efforts. God bless. Wink face.
Okay, first off, fuck you. Second, I cannot stand when people do that. Oh, I hired some black people. That's like somebody saying, oh, I got a black friend.
Wait, hold on. But I want to point this out. Forget what they even said. Right. I'm going to tell y'all their dress code. Their dress code is so anti-black. No ball caps or casual headwear. No slides, all slides, especially fuzzy ones, y'all. You know y'all girls love them fuzzy slides. No tank tops, no bodysuits. Okay. No explicit words, visuals, no jerseys, no sagging pants. I understand sagging pants because y'all should not be sagging in 2020. We are grown.
But then at the same time, whenever you think sagging pants, you think of black people. But
okay. Right. But
something I want to say about sagging, but
go ahead.
Okay. And no sweatpants. Sweatpants, yoga outfit, gym clothes. Be respectful when informing a guest that they are not following our dress code. Inform them upon arrival, not after you've already put them on the wait list or checked them in for reservation.
Oh, so you saying this is dress code to get in the restaurant?
In unless you meet all the requirements.
Yeah.
See, I have a problem with that just from my own personal experience because I worked for a job who changed their dress code while I was working there. I'm not going to name the actual company, but they changed their dress code so that inside the policy of their contracts, it was a security company, inside the contracts for every location where we worked at, only men couldn't have dreadlocks.
Oh.
Very anti-black, very
and
racist.
Y'all can't see Quinton, but he has dreads.
Yes. Quinton has dreads.
When I applied, interviewed, and started at the job, I had, my starter locks. They're in the process of locking or whatever. I had them for about 3 months before I started that job. But about 8-9 months in, they told me, either cut them off or couldn't work there. And we parted ways.
Dang.
Of course.
So I know all of that professionalism, dress code, and all that stuff is deeply rooted in racism.
100%.
And then why are you so specific?
Bodysuits?
Why?
How do you even know a woman has a bodysuit?
Okay, first off, fuzzy slides are just sandals with fur. So you tell me I can't wear fur boots? What is casual hair wear? A headband?
You can't. You can only wear fedoras.
Oh, yes.
You wear a beanie, you can't come in.
A beanie. Oh my gosh.
I love me a good beanie.
Right.
Yeah.
I can rock a good outfit with a beanie or a fitted cap.
I don't even wear furry slides, but I will wear them things to death if I had some. I have my UGG ones, but I don't have like the ones that normal.
But those are those are technically slides.
Those are fuzzy slides.
So
those are really cute.
And they're Uggs.
And they're Uggs.
All white people wear Uggs.
Everybody loves Uggs.
Everybody like those days. Everybody likes some shit like that.
Okay. Let's hop off of that, y'all, because obviously we're getting carried away. And let's jump into some millennial school. We're about to teach y'all something, okay? Because y'all need to learn. We've been gossiping, telling y'all what's going on in the news. But now y'all need to learn what's going on. So, how to legally decline a vaccine. Yes. So, there was this post going around. I was saying how to legally decline a vaccine, and it was telling you all these tips and stuff. But the tips actually have been proven to be wrong. So, I'm going to give you guys the correct information because that first information was apparently misleading. Okay.
Before you start.
Yes.
As you guys can see, it's on the screen. What Meikko is going to read is not on the screen, but this is what they said how to legally decline the vaccine the correct way, and she's going to give you the correct way, if that makes sense.
So, the step one is the wrong way says, do not refuse a vaccine, otherwise you will be considered belligerent. Instead, you can politely decline the service by doing the following. The truth is, you can refuse a vaccine. No explanation is necessary by saying no thanks. No one will consider you belligerent unless you're being belligerent. This is all from 2 Dusty Travelers on Instagram. The step 2, that is false, is to ask the doctor, does the vaccine have MRC-5 in it? They all do, which is a lie. No, they do not. These are aborted fetal cells and other DNA. The truth is, none of the COVID vaccines in clinical trials used MRC-5 or any fetal cells at any point during development and manufacturing. And again, you have the right to refuse for any reason. No bogus claims about aborted fetal cells is necessary. Step 3. Is there a possibility of laterogenic reaction? This is the false, you guys, from the vaccine. When the doctor says yes, it does. That is your get out of vaccine free card. Laterogenic is not a word. They meant iatrogenic. It's with an I, not an L, but clearly didn't take 30 seconds to Google or spell check this. That's what the post says, you guys. So iatrogenic, for example, hair loss is an iatrogenic reaction to chemotherapy. Or if you're in the hospital, fall out of the bed and break your hip, that would be an iatrogenic injury. Literally every treatment in medicine has possible side effects, even the stuff you take over the counter and the natural supplements you buy. Some are riskier than others. Serious reactions to vaccines are extremely rare. Then it says, remember, doctors have sworn the Hippocratic Oath. HIPAA, guys. They must honor it. This is how we can legally and respectfully decline their offered, mandated, which it's not, services, and there is absolutely nothing they can do about it. Now you know. Then they said, one more time for the folks in the back, you don't have to play fancy mind games to decline a vaccine. No thanks will do. Also, okay, this might be off topic, but it says, why are you seeing a doctor you believe would harm you? Maybe get a different doctor. If you believe all doctors are trying to harm you, well, that's a different issue. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys got clear information. But if you guys want to go reread everything that I said, the Instagram page is 2 Dusty Travelers.
Yes. And whenever I first saw that, I was like, how to respectfully decline and then it was telling you how to specifically, obviously, how to say it. I mean, shit, don't you got to make an appointment to get a vaccine? Or schedule something to get there? Like, what, are we going to line up outside of Kroger's and they say, hey, get your shots?
Well, at Safeway, they used to do the flu shot. They do the flu shot. Do you know what Safeway is? Do they have Safeway in Mississippi?
No.
Okay, it's a grocery store.
Oh, okay.
They have one in Colorado. I don't know if they have any.
Is it kind of like a CVS or Walgreens or something?
No, it's like a Kroger.
Oh, it's like a legit grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think Publix does flu shots
and so okay, yeah.
So I mean, but still, it's like they say it mandated, like it's mandatory, like to get. I'm pretty sure like they aren't going to do that, But we're going to discuss a little bit more about this once we get back. You already know who you're listening to, the Inexperienced Adults, and you're listening to ATL's Next 100.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you good off a perk. Get activated or get hurt. On guard. If you ain't active, you get murked. I don't work, bitch. I wanna see that ass. Wiggle, make it squirt. Fuck you do, make it hurt. Fuck niggas time about I'm really activated. The ops ain't on shit cause we on everything. Pull up on me, get your pussy ass decapitated. We ain't worried about nobody or retaliation. Snatch a nigga heart out, good fatality. All I did was hit this bitch, now he mad at me. I should've took that nigga bricks, you can't trap with me. I should've took that nigga life, you can't be here. Lame nigga asking why, cause we here. And we got all the bands, ain't no cheese here. Shoot a nigga through his teeth and be cheesing. Nigga thought the house was blood gang, got they bleeding. Shit, nigga, I break the K down for a dumb nigga. Or put that bitch back together for a fuck nigga. When it's up, boy, you know that shit stuck, nigga. Fuck you good off a perk. Off a perk, get activated or get hurt. If you ain't active, you get murked. Get murked. Go to work. Talk, nigga, talk big T. Talk big T. Yeah. Fuck you do, we make it hurt. Bitch, you gotta pop at least 2 Percocets just to show me you know how to have perfect sex. Gucci made me cry like Herb in the turtleneck. Bitch, I drop a dub on the dick, you ain't heard of that. Bitch, Scuba Steve make it surf. Bitch, long dick till it hurt. Bitch, showing up, bust a nut, then I jerk. Bitch, yeah, get it, the video. This shit on the floor. I got RPs for best friends, she wanna go. I ain't tricking off no Rex just to let you know. So y'all bitches looking for a check and it's fuck you hoes. I sneak you bitches, be the snuck you hoes. Want some freaky bitches, now I don't trust you hoes. Want the freaky bitches, all I got is cust offs. Perks turn a bad bitch into a bust off. Fuck you good off a perk. Like this. Get activated or get hurt. Or get hurt. If you ain't active, you get murked. I wanna see that ass dirt. Yes, I do. Wiggle, make it squirt. And do it drip, little bitch. Make it hurt.
Cherry production.
Check it out. ATL's Next 100. Jumping Next 100.
Right.
What it do? What's up?
What's up?
Goddamn. What's up? You already know it's your girl DJ.
And it's your lovely girl, Meikko Love.
And we was just turning up behind scenes, y'all. We was
Yes.
lit. I know y'all heard that sound of
activated.
Get activated.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen us this hype.
I don't think so either, but
I'm liking it. The
yeah, we
energy's
lit.
real live.
Y'all should see Queen smiling from ear to ear, y'all.
Yeah, I like this one.
He said, I like this one.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and school y'all hoes some more, just a little bit.
Yay.
Even though this is not something that you learn, but hopefully you can see it and you can be like, wow, I want to be just like this. So to me, this just screams creativity. So a black woman in Statesboro, Georgia. So Georgia.
Okay, shout out to Statesboro. Okay,
yes. And she created a only drive-through beauty supply store. Now, this is going to be amazing for her because of COVID. Who wants to be able to come in the store?
Right.
And who doesn't want to be like, hey, drive up, I just need a wig cap. Boom, wig cap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like, who likes to continue to go into a store, you know, and like, you know, do this. So let's go to what we have on this young lady who has created this amazing idea. Don't you think that's a good idea, Meikko?
It's a great idea. Y'all listen, I was just in the beauty supply and they was rude. But B, it was just kind of annoying, especially with like COVID, having to get out and like, oh, I forgot my mask. Let me go back to my car and get it, because you know you can't get in or get service without a mask. Yeah. So a drive-through, it would be great. It's just like getting some food.
Exactly.
And who don't love the beauty supply?
Right. And then plus, let's exaggerate this part, is the fact that she is also a black woman. Every single beauty supply that I've ever been in, they've always been owned by someone who wasn't black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, y'all, I cannot, but hopefully you guys can take this creativity and think of outside the box. Like, the whole thing about this is supply and demand. What do people need? What people pay for is not accountability, but they pay for, it's a word for when it's easy. Not
like easy access,
convenient.
Yes. The people pay for things that are convenient. I'm sorry, my mind is not here. Easy A.
That's my movie. Like, okay.
But yeah, people pay for convenience. Everything that we have is convenient. We have a phone for convenience. We have a car for convenience. We have a job because we have to pay for the things that we need for convenience.
I think it's super creative, and I think a lot of people can actually, if finances are right, would be able to go into a business that's really beneficial, because everything's changed with COVID. Like, nothing's normal. So therefore you can go outside of the box. Like, those really creative people that are like, I don't know if this will really work. This is like the best time ever to step out of the box and really like pop your shit, like for real.
Like, if you have
you just never know.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how I know our show gonna blow up.
Are you feel me?
Period. We already speaking into existence.
Right.
But, you know, y'all speaking into existence as well. Be
keep
creative.
tuning in, okay?
Yeah. Keep tuning in too, because we might just help you, you know, get what you need to
help
do.
You. Help us.
We got you.
Boom. Okay, before we jump into another thing, because we have a couple of things that we need to talk about in there that I kind of want to dive into. But before we do that, black women, I'm calling all black women, all my fellow sisters, okay? Yes. Please be sure, this is from Maya Angelique, but this was a tweet that I seen and I thought it was really helpful. She said, please be sure you're getting checked for fibroids and uterine cysts. 80% of black women will get them during their lifetime, and they can lead to very difficult health consequences and complications. She said that she has them herself. So ladies and men, but that tweet was obviously geared towards ladies. Women and men, make sure that you guys are getting checked, especially black men. I know you guys do not like to go to the hospital and go to the doctors and
Quinn, like,
not saying nope.
No, that's not what you're supposed to say. You say yeah.
Right. But make sure that you guys are taking care of your body, especially a lot of us have been sitting in the house. Who knows what we've been doing? Make sure that you guys are still out there getting active. If you're not getting active, make sure that you're eating right, and make sure that you're getting your checkups, because you don't want to be 30 plus years old and you have these issues that you could have dealt with when you were 20 or 19 or however old you may be. You need to figure that stuff out now. So do not be afraid of the doctors. I will say, I'm not trying to diminish doctors, but if you can get a black doctor, if you're African American, get a black doctor, because they care for us as much as we care for us.
And then plus, doesn't it feel better to have someone of color? Like, just like, you know, going to...
It's just like having a professor.
Yeah, or going to a restaurant, you're like, oh, you know, your server's black. It's kind of, you just relate on a different level because you guys are kind of the same.
Yeah, so, and you know, there's been a lot of things coming out about nurses and doctors not taking care of their patients, and especially black women, as well as they should, and kind of rushing them out because healthcare is all a money scheme at the end of the day. But if you can get somebody that you either have known for years, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, known for years, or if not, if you're switching doctors and need a new one, I would personally try and go for an African American doctor because I am African American. So yeah.
So
there's that.
Go get your body checked out, guys.
Please.
Do your normal health visits.
Please.
Men, please go to the doctor.
Please, y'all.
Taking a nap is not gonna help it
at all.
Quinton.
Drinking some water ain't gonna help it.
Exactly.
Ginger ale.
Put some ginger ale, put some icy hot on that chest. Get you some chicken noodle
Vicks
soup.
Vapor Rub.
Knock
it out, you'll be good.
Stop. Please
but
stop.
no, for real, y'all go to the doctor. For real, seriously.
Okay.
Oh, and another thing.
Hey.
Let's get into Tia Tamera, but not Tia, but just Tamera.
She be so controversial. Like,
yes.
I can't.
So, alrighty. So, I don't know. Did you see the video?
I did see the video, and I will say that the video is actually from 2018.
Okay. So, if you guys haven't seen the video, it should be on, just look it up, Tia Tamera, and then what their conversation was
Jeannie
about.
Mai. This was on The Real.
On The Real with Jeannie Mai. They were talking about Bert and Ernie.
Sesame Street, y'all.
Sesame Street, and it was like rumors or accusations that Bert and Ernie were a couple instead of like just friends. Like saying that they were gay.
Which makes them gay.
Yeah. But, you know, Tia just was stressing, like... Tamera, my bad, y'all. Tamera, she was just stressing that, you know, that shouldn't matter. Like, because it's an educational show. It's meant to entertain and then also to, you know, educate the kids at that age. Like, they're puppets. You know, most of the time you start watching like cartoons, just like when you're in middle school or something like that, or like elementary.
I don't know if she was saying, though, it doesn't matter. I think because what she was saying was, what are you teaching my child? That's what she was asking. What are you teaching my child from that?
Right.
And I don't think kids... Hell, I didn't know they was gay. Like,
me either.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, for a kid, it's just a show.
Right.
It's just a show with their friends, you know, their little friends on TV. And that, I don't know. I don't think it's not that big of a deal. But to me, what it sounded like, at least what I got, was that she was kind of like, are you teaching my child that you're gay and like this is okay? That's what I got from what Tamera was saying.
Exactly. And see, that's the biggest issue to me, because now it is on like your sexual preference is on all things that kids are watching, when they shouldn't even be focused on what they like.
But the thing is, they're not, because they don't know anything about that.
But no, they are now.
It's really the parents.
It's the parents.
Check this out. And y'all just think about this for a second, because when I explain this, because everybody I explained this to, they went for what I was saying. You know what I mean? It's the parents, because think about this. Whatever behavior, you know what I'm saying, that they see on TV, kids, you know what I'm saying, developing minds, they're not going to know what it is until you put a label on it and give it a name. Now you know what it is, because whatever name that comes with it determines whether it's right or wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can be exposed to whatever they can be exposed to until they didn't know whatever that action or behavior was right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? They don't make any judgment on it.
Right.
It's just something that was done in front of them. They're like, that's something that they observed, because that's all they do at that age. You know what I'm saying? They're just looking to see what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
That's why they imitate the stuff that their parents do.
Exactly. I do agree that, yes, it is a part of the parents, like, you know, monitoring and watching your child, like what they are learning, what they're doing. But there's also an outside world. Like, a parent can't control everything that the child sees, nor, you know, what they should do or not do.
Right.
Now, if you see Sally humping little Jimmy, and she just doing what she see everybody else do, and you know, say, oh, well, no, you're not supposed to do that. Like, you know, she put a label on it that is wrong, you know, because, I mean, y'all are young and stuff and everything like that. But, you know, with that being said, if it was Sarah on Samantha, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of girl names. Why? I don't know. But you know, if she was doing that, and like, what if she was like, what kids are disobedient? They could just do things just to do it, if that makes sense.
They do whatever they want.
Yeah, they do whatever they want. I just don't agree that it should be glorified on children, or it really shouldn't, because they're not even thinking about that. But I think you put it in front of them, they're going to have questions about it. But when it's something they shouldn't be asking questions about at a young age, it has nothing to do with that.
But I agree that it shouldn't. I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that's not what they're seeing, though. It's not being glorified, because, like all of us, none of us knew that they were supposedly gay.
Let me correct. I'm not talking about Bert and Ernie.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Bert and Ernie.
Now. Let's talk about what cartoons and stuff look like now.
But what do they look like now? People say SpongeBob's gay.
No.
Let's not count.
The creators of SpongeBob came out. Said that SpongeBob was
But
gay.
SpongeBob's been on for years, so had the creator not come out and say that, we all know SpongeBob was sweet, but he's the SpongeBob. Like, that's just his character. That's his personality. Like, it's only glorified, and like Quinn said, it's only an issue if you put a label on it.
But glorification also comes with crucifixion too.
Okay.
And that's where the parents, you know, influence on their child comes in. Whether you're glorifying, you know, heterosexuality or you're crucifying homosexuality. That's where the parents' influences come in on those kids. Right. Because I'm telling you, they don't know what this stuff is. Like,
no, they're kids.
They're
learning. Kids.
You've taught them. Even with crucifying homosexuality, you taught them crucifixion, whatever, of homosexuality and the glorification of heterosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Now you're putting your own ideology into those kids.
Right. Exactly.
Instead of letting them choose for themselves. That's where the biggest problem comes in. And then, like, we've seen multiple, and I'm just going with celebrities because that's who you see, you know what I'm saying, most often on the internet and on these social media and all this stuff. We've seen them, like, publicly go hard about sexuality in general, and then homosexuality and things like that. Like, they do the most, especially black people.
Okay, I have a question from my girl Amanda. She's from back home. Hey, Amanda. She said, what is the fear behind children knowing about sexuality at a young age?
There is no fear about it. Oh, I mean, as far as me, but you know,
in America, because in America there's this big fear about children knowing sexuality and whatever you deem is right and wrong. There is that fear behind children finding out what a homosexual is. Right. There is that fear. So why is that, or sexual orientation, she just said. So why is that there?
Why? Okay, hold on. So your question is, you can go first, Quinn. Go ahead.
Okay. My whole thing, I mean, the fear, I believe, first off, I don't have any fear, so I'm saying what assumption that I'm making about the people who are afraid about their kids knowing about sexuality. But I don't think there really is, you know, a true fear, and the fear that I see out of people is a fear of their child not being accepted by society. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? They try to...
But see, that's the problem, though. We put so much pressure on society. When you teach your kid, obviously you do have to go into the world and you do have to work with other people and go to school with other people. But we place such a heavy, like society kind of owns us in a sense, when it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that. Exactly, it should be you be who you are. You be proud and you stand in who you are, no matter who the hell you're around. Right. That's what it should be. Not, if you're this, then people are gonna fear you or they're gonna judge you or question your decisions. It should shouldn't be that. Who gives a hell what anybody else has to say? That's what the teaching should be.
Right.
In my opinion.
To just be yourself. I totally agree. I think the fear of it is just that, you know, it's just that being liking the same sex has always just been taboo, you know? So I just think that maybe that's just a fear, like just what people think, like you said, you know, just the fear of society. But me personally, not really a fear, but why I wouldn't, you know, want my kid to immediately know about what does Amanda say?
Sexuality or sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation is because it's sex. It's about
it's
fucking.
Not something we're supposed to be talking about this early.
Not this early. Like, if Jimmy like little other Jimmy, then that's them and that's fine. But I'm not about to bring that up to my child until he or she can decide what they want, or whenever it's time for them to start dating, when it actually matters. Kids shouldn't even have to worry about stuff like that.
So then that makes the conversation though about Bert and Ernie irrelevant.
On a kid's show.
On a kid's show, it makes it irrelevant.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
Yeah. Because you're saying that they shouldn't have to worry about that, right?
Exactly.
And
yeah,
Tamara,
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
Yeah. And, okay.
Yeah,
right.
No.
The whole thing about the kids show is if they never came out and said
then nobody would know.
That they were those kids definitely wouldn't know. So it really doesn't matter. They could be best friends. They could be anything that
it's
these
whatever
kids
they
assume
make
that they
it.
are.
You know, if a kid grows up with two dads in the house, let's say that, and they see Bert and Ernie, then that's how they might associate that. Like, oh, like that, because that's what they're growing up. But if they're growing up, let's say, I'm a quote
do Bert and Ernie kiss?
No, I've never seen anything like that.
They're best friends on the show, right?
They do everything together.
They just do everything together.
Okay, all right. So but you can compare that to like parents because they know parents.
I know that. I'm just saying if they grew up.
Their own household.
Yeah, I'm saying if they grew up with two parents, two dads specifically, then they might associate that with that because that's what they see.
My two dads are best friends.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying comparing it to parents.
Gotcha. Okay. But my issue, it wasn't really just with the Bert and Ernie, because just like you said, SpongeBob, I didn't even know that he was gay or whatever the case might be. Like, I mean, that shit really doesn't matter, you know, as a kid watching it. But I don't know if you've watched any TV shows lately, but they make it pretty obvious that it's a same-sex relationship. Like, they allow the kissing scenes or like the signs of affections, or like, you know, whenever they do like the zoom in on the hand touching, or like you can tell that they obviously like each other.
Maybe in TV shows that are for middle schoolers and stuff, but I don't think for young kids, like cartoons, I haven't seen anything like that.
Those TV shows, producers, networks, and everything who's creating these shows, they're getting a lot of backlash for that stuff. But my whole thing is that I feel like they're trying to advocate for inclusion. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that's what it's about.
At the end of the day, because that's really what it's about. But they're trying to let these kids know that this inclusion and acceptance comes in the most fundamental form. You know what I'm saying? The most basic form. Like, if you feel that way as a child and you grow up into an adult feeling that exact same way, then you can still feel included. Because we live in this. We're all three of us are black people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know what it's like to not be included.
Right.
We know what it's like to be discriminated against, prejudiced against. So, you know what I'm saying? We know what it's like to be oppressed. Like, we fighting our fight and they're fighting theirs.
And it's all synonymous because you do still have gay people that are black. It's we're fighting the same fight.
And that's why
we're fighting the same fight.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put a pin in that. Are we okay with putting a pin in that?
That's fine.
You got 3 minutes on show.
Okay. I want to say the last thing that Amanda said, to go to the point about consensual sex. She just said, I think it's important to know at a younger age because outside of consensual sex, young children are assaulted, and that's important to know to know what is okay and what is not okay, which we have already talked about when you tell your children, don't say like, this is my tutu. You tell them like, it's okay to say that, but know that this is your vagina, so that if somebody touches you, you're able to say that. So we've talked about that. Really quickly, dang, we about to get out.
What?
We about to end the show.
Right, I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm sick. Apple just released their replay music. What are some of you guys' what's your top person on your music?
My top is Janae Aika.
That's your top?
Who's yours?
Okay.
I gotta pull mine
My
up
top
real
is
quick.
Janae Aiko as well. I have
so
Janae
crazy,
Aiko,
y'all.
Summer Walker. Kalani I know is up there. Meg. It's a lot of women. I love the women.
I like it.
Let's see.
I love women's music these days.
What's
see
yours?
what I got. Let's see what I got. It's loading. Hold on, wait.
All right, so
It's Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lil Baby, Pop Smoke, Future, Drake, and Gunna.
Okay,
Real
that's pretty
Atlanta
solid.
oriented.
Yeah, that's solid.
Atlanta oriented. I feel it. So like I said, my first one was Janae Aiko, and then the second is Drake. Then the third is Chris Brown. I love Chris Brown. Then it's Tory Lanez. Then it's Don't Beat Me Up.
Lord, y'all, listen
Megan
to
Thee
this.
Stallion.
Listen to this.
Tory and
Girl, it's Tory Lanez and then Megan's right underneath.
Literally right
She's
underneath.
sick.
She's
She's sick. Yeah, she real messy boots.
Sorry, Messy
We
Boots.
gonna get into that next week.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, this has been such a fun Thursday.
It's been a great Thursday.
Yes. Okay. And you have been tuned in. Make sure that you are here next Thursday, same time, 7 to 9. We ain't going nowhere. Okay.
Nowhere.
I am your lovely host, Meikko Love.
And I am your lovely host, DJ.
And you have just got done listening to Inexperienced Adults right here on ATL's Next 100. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.